What kills more people in the United States in car accidents than anything else? Anybody know? It's after 9/11. Anybody else? Car accident.
Oh,
Car accident. What causes the car accident more than anything else in the United States? What's the cause of the car accident? And I offer $2. Anybody get the right answer? Go ahead.
Cell phone.
You're right. Was the other just a guess?
I think I heard it somewhere. I remember.
Okay, that's right. It's trees. The state of Atlanta, Georgia, moved their trees back 35 feet from all their highways. It cost them $100 million. Most people don't get it though. Okay. Then I go into another trivia question like, what type of food kills more people in restaurants than anything else? What type of food do they choke to death on?
Bread.
Chicken? What you said? Nope. Good. That's a great answer. And I'll go like that with my name. Nope. Right? And so I go around, and nobody's ever gotten it so far that I've been out there. It's the yolk of a buffalo leg. People swallow it, they choke to death on it, and it sends them into eternity. So right then, I switch it. And then I'll go, all right, $5 to anybody tell me the 10 Commandments right now. Do you know I haven't given out a buck yet on that one? Have you? Nobody knows the 10 Commandments. It's amazing. All right? And so I had one guy get to 9 once, and I was like, I gave it $5 anyway. But I mean, and then I'll switch it on, and I go, like talking to some guys, I go, you don't know the 10 Commandments. And they'll usually go, oh, I know, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit that. And then you hear the crickets start chirping there. Almost every time. And then I'll take the same guy or gal, and I go, okay, for no money, could you name 10 beers right now? I go, Coors Light, Bud Light, Lone Pal, boom, 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 boom. And they're like, and I go, isn't it amazing that you can name 10 beers, but you can't even name 5 commandments? And then you just go right in. So you consider yourself to be good. Gosh, there's so many ways, guys. And then with the tracts, you get into the bigger ones, Everywhere I go, I hand these out. Everywhere. I mean, I'm always loaded with tracts. Me and him or Jones, we're trying, hey man, you got any ammo? Yeah, boom. Flip each other some things, You use these in restaurants, and here's the biggest tip you ever got. I go sometimes to newspaper stands, and I'll open it up. I want to get a newspaper, but I'll have these on me, and I'll stick it in every single newspaper. I go to public restrooms. You can think I'm weird now. I go to public restrooms, and I'll roll down the toilet paper roll, and stick one of these in it, and roll it back out. You know the little butt gaskets? I call them butt gaskets. You know the butt gaskets?
That is wrong.
Every single time. Throw them in there, right? ATMs, boom, you just drop it on there. And every kind of checkout. I mean, people love them. Rarely do people reject them. The other ones, though, excuse me, here's a gospel tract. No, thanks, man. Hey, did you get your stimulus package? Tough times. Boom. Jehovah's Witnesses will take these tracts from you. Okay? Try it. It's fun. It's really fun. And the latest thing I've been doing, I've actually had them come out, I've been at the gas station, and I got another watch tower like this. I'm like, hey, sister, did you do one of these? And she, oh, that's funny. I don't say it's a gospel tract. I've actually watched them walk to the car, show their friends, come back and ask me for more. And I'm inside going, I'm praying for them, right? New thing I'm doing with Jehovah's Witnesses, have you seen how they walk down the street like this? Groups of threes. I will plan to go like a quarter-mile past them and turn in somewhere driveway, and I throw about 3 or 4 of them out there like that. And then I just drive on down the street, and I'm watching my rearview mirror. And they'll be walking like this, and all of a sudden they go. Every time. It is great. And I'm like chuckling inside and saying a prayer for them. Don't leave that. Because you know that Jehovah's Witnesses are trained not to accept any leadership from you. It's like taking pornographic material. That's what they're trained in their places. So guys, for me, when we went out in the Ambassadors Academy, they had us do the thing where you get them on the box. If any of you guys really take this, I'll talk to Vince about it. Maybe here's some plan next year to go to the Ambassadors Academy and get a group of you. I think it was like $250, $300 and went out for 4 days. It was awesome. I went twice. But for me, I'm better one-on-ones of grabbing me a little group, bringing them in. Okay? When I got up on that little milk crate box and just said, excuse me, everyone, you know what I mean? Fear, sweat. But this guy can blast it, man. He'll get up there and just open air preaching. You know what I mean? And then they do things where they do stoplight preaching. You get a group of people in Hollywood and they come up and there's like 20 of them and you got like how many seconds? 15 seconds to blast the gospel, a minute and a half, and then they walk across and the next group comes in. And that's down the road. But they got a second class to this. Guys, it's the advanced. And guys, all I can tell you is this. It's the most effective way I've ever seen. share the gospel. The reason why they call it the way of the master is the way Jesus did. And you'll see that in the book. You'll see that in the DVDs. And we're here to help you. Like I said, we're going to try and come over a couple other Tuesdays. Can I have Zach share for a second?
Please.
Yes, come on up, please.
Only 2% of Christians are sharing their faith. Bill Bright said that. Okay? You're going to be amongst the only people that are doing it, trust me. And you're going to have Christians who come to you and say, no, that's not right. But the preaching of the cross is an offense or is foolishness for those who are perishing. Guys, we got to remember that what the psalmist said in 1970, the law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. Paul affirmed it in Galatians 3:24 when he said the law was the tutor or the schoolmaster bringing us to Christ. He also said in the book of Romans, I would have not known sin but by the law. And as Pastor mentioned, Jesus used it with the rich young ruler in Mark 10:17. He said, good teacher, what must I do to inherit eternal life? He says, why do you call me good? There's none good or farther than heaven. He says, what does the commandment say? So Jesus used it. This isn't just something that Ray Comfort came up with. This is biblical, and it works. Guys, this is just a platform. He has his own little trinkets. I have my own. You know, I love the Harold Camping thing. If I don't acknowledge that, but what happens if Judgment Day happens? Where do you go? You know, I have my own. You know, I'm trying to do my part to help the economy. You know, I have my own things. The carved illusions. I love the carved illusions, and say, hey man, let me show some. Yes, one? Yeah. Hey, which one's bigger? What color? Which color is bigger, red or blue?
They're the same.
Okay, how about now? Okay, what it is, it's a carved illusion. Then you got food. Now, one of the biggest illusions is people around the world in the universe think they're a good person. You consider yourself to be a good person. So you learn transitions. To transition from the natural to the spiritual. And that's the whole thing you want to do, from the natural to the spiritual. And then you can go through the law and then to the gospel. It's like a doctor coming in and saying, well, the bad news is, the good news is I have a cure for your disease. When he doesn't even know what his disease is. And the disease is sin. And that's why this is so effective, because it appeals to the conscience. You don't have to go through all this theology, going back and forth. Appeals to the to the conscience. Conscience means means with, science means knowledge. Conscience. Appeal to the conscience, bringing forth the knowledge of sin, then their heart is ready for the gospel. And that's why this is so effective. Because it bypasses the intellect. We're not going to go back and forth about doctrines and about the existence of God. It says his attributes were made clear. We know that there is a God, a building. We know there's a builder. Creation proves there's a creator. But we go right to the conscience to bring forth the knowledge of sin. They know that it's wrong to lie, steal, look with lust. All men have sinned and come short of the glory of God. And that's what be encouragement. I'm so encouraged for you guys, man. We're here to help. I'm glad that you guys want to be out here sharing the gospel. Because Mark 16:15 says, go and preach the gospel to every creature. So really, you're just being obedient to what the Lord commanded us to do. So it's just awesome. If I can help this out.
Me and the kids the other day, before he called, we went into this is a good one too. You can get this later. It says, lie detector, are you a good person? Put the cue beside, drop it in the box. Are you a good person? So, there you go. Just drop it on the yes then, sir. Drop it on the yes. There you go. No, he's not. Doesn't matter where they drop it. It always goes down. This is a great springboard. Now you don't know what to say. Excuse me. You're a good person? Yeah, great. Yes. Boom. You know, and it's a big magnet back there. And so we were in Walmart. Kids were handing out traps. We're by the cheese section. Saw these two ladies pushing their cart. My boys went over and said, excuse me, did you get one of these? And I saw them get it. And I saw them stop and they flipped it over and started reading. And I said, go talk to her. You know, and I said, please, go talk to them. So when I said, excuse me, ladies, how you doing? I go, you do a little more shopping now with that? They're like, oh yeah, man, I wish this was real. And I started doing the red mask on them. Ladies, you guys consider something to get food? Yes, we are. Great. You ever told a lie? Yeah, boom, they were liars, they were thieves. they were blasphemers and they were adulteresses at heart. And so when I broke it down, and they were like, gosh, we don't sound that good no more, you know? And I said, yeah. So after that, I said, you know, you going to heaven and hell? And I said, hell. And then the one girl, they were both Catholics, okay? And what was cool is the one girl said, you know, my whole family is mad at me because I haven't had my children baptized in the Catholic faith. She goes, but I got some questions about that. She goes, does a baby really know when they're getting baptized? And I was like, no. And then she goes, and you know, the other thing that bothers me is that, you know, when they read the Bible, you know, they don't even really like, you know, really, I don't get anything out of that. And I go, did you come to those conclusions on your own? And she said, yes. And I was like, man, that's good. And then I asked her, does she have a Bible? She said, yeah. The other girl didn't. And I said, isn't it interesting when you go to Mass and they say, we're going to have a reading from the Gospel of John. They don't tell you what verse or what chapter. And she's like, yeah. So I began to just, to do the whole thing, gave them all the Gospel verses, you know. And that's kind of a little summary of the way I do it in that sequence. And I can share that with you and turn you guys on to that. It's very effective. But then I went on and we prayed for those girls right there in Walmart. You know what I mean? In the cheese section. You know what I mean? And it was so cool because had I presented it a different way, I don't even know, they'd be like, get away from me, freak, you know, or something, you know? And so it's just so cool. And I can't tell you how many opportunities I've had like that where it's just over and over and over. You know, one time I was at the gas station over here at the mobile. And I think it was with a team with you guys. And we went over there. There was these two Muslims, and I said, come on, I'll show you guys how I do it. Because they were having a circus over there, but the circus had closed. So we went to the mobile, we just hung out in front of the mobile. And these two Muslim guys came up from over the little place over there by the mobile. And so I started going through the thing, you guys over live, and I asked them, hey, you guys, you know, pumping gas. And, hey, you know, you guys good people? Oh, yeah, we're good people, you know, and everything like that. And so I said, all right. And I got to the part where I said, you guys ever looked at a woman with lust? And they go, no. But they were told they were liars and thieves, right? And I said, you're homosexual? The guy goes, what? What is the meaning of these questions? I said, well, I just asked, you ever looked at one with lust? And he goes, well, yes. I said, well, you ever told me you're a liar, you know what I mean? And so you get a little more bold as you go along, and then sometimes you'll actually get that part, and then, well, he a homosexual. You got to switch up, go, okay, you ever looked at anybody? You know what I mean? So you just got to just, boom, you just roll with it, you know? Because I've had that happen sometimes too, you know? And so anyways, guys, that's all I really have to share. I'm going to let Vince take it from here. Taking up your time, but bless you guys. We'll be here for all you can help. Hopefully, like I said, we'll go on some fishing trips with you. God bless. All right,